This is Bofades, and by now I think you know the drill. He's locked in ZF until he earns 1 million gold from it, and so far he's not even close, but that can change if he loots the right item, and today may be the day. Okay guys, welcome back to the series where today we'll be completing runs 31 through 40 of ZF. I'd like to start today's video responding to this viewer's comment. Yeah, you're nuts mate, but good luck. First of all, thank you for this comment. I appreciate the engagement, especially since this channel is so new. So I'm aware that farming 1 million gold from a single dungeon isn't the most efficient way to make gold in World of Warcraft, but I've always been a sucker for weird challenges, and there's something satisfying about, you know, committing to a goal and seeing it through. And besides, I don't really mind grinding. I usually throw on like a podcast or YouTube video, zone out, and enjoy the process. So in case anyone's wondering, I'm not encouraging anyone else to do this. It's just a challenge, or I guess an experiment that I thought would be fun to build a YouTube channel around. And I know this is going to take a very long time. Okay, so let's take a look at where we stand in our 1 million gold journey. 5,103 gold. I did sell a lot of trade materials overnight, nothing fancy here. The big thing is that we are now able to sell greater eternal essence, and this is going to be probably one of our bigger money makers throughout this process. The only non-trade material that we've sold was this plan for the blue glittering axe. I also checked Bofades' warband, the auction tunes that I have over there, and nothing sold on their end either. But I have a feeling something big is going to happen here pretty soon, and I think we're going to get a drop or two in the next 10, 20, 50 runs that I think will get us a lot closer to that goal. So let's go ahead and eat our fried bonefish and get started with runs 31 through 40. I decided to look for some speed gear before I started recording, and I didn't find anything, so decided not to include that in today's video. Our first green, a brutish helmet, 9k. First blue of the day, the Shadowfoot Stabber. Lofty breastplate and impenetrable gauntlets. That was a good one. Captain's buckler from that chest in front of the boss. I feel like I've never gotten a green there before. Bone leak sabatons? 7k. Another blue. Plans for the light and forged blade. I have a few of these already. Brutish leg guards. Formidable belt. Rage claw leggings, both in the 7s. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Triumphant cloak. Lofty shield. And I think there's a bloodlust thing there too. Bloodlust epaulets. Rage claw bracers, 6,700. Gaia's hand wraps, 3,500. Gaia's slippers, 5,800. Brutish breastplate, 31k. Arachnidian foot pads, 12k. Khan's chest piece, 3,500. Sunscale belt, 6,000. All right, we've reached the point in these runs where we need to vendor, so we're going to sell all of our junk, all of our grays. Maybe. There we go. High Chief's armor, 75k. Venom Shroud belt, 1,400. Blood Forged leg plates, 15k. Formidable sabatons, 11k. I'm certain I'm saying that wrong. Khan's helmet, 7k. Gut wrencher, 6,600. I think this is our second one. Potent armor, 11k. Imperial leather boots, 1,300. Oh, all right. So we got exalted arm splints, merciless crown, and magnificent bracers in that pull. Guy's cloak, 2,200. Khan's mantle, 6,300. Formidable cape. All right, it is time to clean up our inventory again. We're going to sell all the junk real quick, and we are going to disenchant all of the boss drops. All right, that round of disenchanting netted us 18 greater eternal essences, 10 rich illusion dusts, and 70 large brilliant shards. Keeper's cord, about 5k. Jade fire belt, 11k. Oh, we got our first epic Warden staff. Let's freaking go. The unfortunate thing about this staff is that it shares appearances with a lot of different items in the game. but an epic is an epic. Opulent Bracers, 8,700. Jade Epaulets, 10k. Bone Link Helmet. Dark Mist Armor, Wind Chaser Woolies. Rage Claw Boots, 1900. Formidable Shoulder Pads, 16. Jade Bracers, 10k. We got another Flaming Incinerator, 7k. Dark Mist Wraps, 11k. Griffin Mail Pauldrons, 14k. Inventory's full again. Gonna sell all my grays. Potent Boots. I feel like I get potent from that spot right there quite a bit. Bloodforged Bindings, 5,800. Ooh, another Eye Gouger, 29k. Arachnidian Girdle, 12k. Keeper's Cloak, 5,300. Pride Lord Halo, 21. Khan's Chest Piece, 3,500. Khan's Helmet. I feel like we've gotten a ton of Khan stuff these runs. Bonecaster's Cape, 5k. Bloodletter Scalpel. I think I have 2 of these. Rage Claw Belt, 5k. Aurora Sphere, 6,400. Potent Helmet, 12k. Opulent Cape, 1,900. Ancient Defender, 10k. Alright, that does it for runs 31 through 40. This has been our highest looted item value 10 runs that we've done so far. Almost 1.4 million gold in looted item value. Let's go ahead and sell all our grays real quick. I've been doing this along the way, so there wasn't a lot to sell there at the end. Okay, so 1, 2, so 5 still block boxes, which is great. I think I'm going to open these at 20. So whenever I get 20, I think we're going to have one of our bank tunes just unlock all of them, send them back to Bofades, and then he'll unlock it in a special video, or maybe just at the end of another video that we have. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to disenchant all of the boss drops. Alright, I have disenchanted all of the BOP blues. What I like to do now is disenchant any rings or necklaces that I got. I only got this extra one right here. So from these 10 runs, we got 30 Greater Eternal Essence, which is about 600 gold. We got 149 Radiant Shards, which is like, or Brilliant Shards, sorry, which is around 37 gold. And then we got 13 Rich Illusion Dust, which is 11 gold. All right, let's take a look at our top 3 items from these runs. We have the Exalted Arm Splints yet again. When we look at these on Undermine Exchange, we see that the median price is 372k, with someone selling it at 2,600, which I always like to look at the realms that are doing this. So Moonguard, Hyjal, Khaz'goroth, Dragon Maul all have it at 11k or less. And there's several on Moonguard, which makes me wonder what's going on there. So anyway, I will most likely price mine competitively, maybe in this range. Our next item was the Lofty Breastplate. So there are 183 of these across all US realms. 127k is the median. If we go down, seeing that Area 52 has the lowest, and then Moonguard, Frostmourne, so on and so forth. I'm not sure where I'm going to price mine here, but it will be competitive. And then rounding out our top 3 is the Impenetrable Gauntlets again. There are 139 of these across all US realms. The median's 93k, and then someone's listed it for 825 somewhere. Moonguard, a realm that keeps popping up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I think I have a couple of these. Yeah, I have these on every auction house tune that I have with Bofades' team. So not quite sure what I'll do with these, but I will list them somewhere. And then it's not in our top 3, but I did want to take a look at the Warden Staff, the one epic that we got. As you can see, it shares common appearances with several other items, but let's look at it on Undermine Exchange. All right, there are 87 across US realms. There's one for 333 gold somewhere, which would be ANR. So And then after that, we're looking at a bunch of 2K, 4K, 5K, 6K. So this is an item that you would sell for less than 10K for sure. But 333 gold is kind of insane. All right, well, that concludes this video. I'm going to get all this stuff listed, and then hopefully tomorrow we log into a lot of sales. If you like this sort of content, I would encourage you to like, comment, subscribe. We are a very new channel, and we are growing rather quickly. We've gone from 6 subs to 28 subs in 3 days, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.